Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to this video. I know it's been a while since I filmed. My life is just really crazy and hectic at this moment in time, especially my work. So work has been throwing me some curveballs with my schedule, and I thought I was going to have a set schedule, and it turns out that I'm not. So until things settle down there, I just want to let you guys know that I'm not going to have a regular upload schedule here. I'm just going to try to upload videos as I have the time for them. Now, I did want to start a spring glow up series here because I found some pretty remarkable things that have been really helping me with my health, perimenopause, weight loss, my skin, that I want to share with you and create a routine out of it for you guys to follow along, because it has helped me so much. My stress levels are so much better than what they used to be. I do get anxiety from time to time. I do worry from time to time, but it's not as bad as what it used to where it would send me into a deep, dark depression. And I want to share all that with you guys because I feel so good. I feel like I look good. Do you guys think I look good? My skin has just been doing so well, and I want to share everything that I have been doing to, get rid of my jowling, firming and tightening my skin, and it all has to do with the fascia. So we'll get into that in another video. Now, the Sephora Spring Savings event is coming up, so I wanted to sit down here and share with you all my current favorites and makeup and hair that I have been loving. I don't get any skincare from Sephora. I don't buy my body care from Sephora. I mean, I do buy fragrances, but I'm not into fragrance like a lot of people are out here with, getting down to the nitty gritty with the notes and gourmand fragrances or anything like that. I have a few that I love and that I rotate through that I could share with you guys here. But anyways, so this event starts for Rouge members on April 4th, and it runs all the way until the 14th of April. Now, Rouge starts on April 4th. VIB, which Rouge is 20% off. VIB starts on the 8th of April, and it's 15% off. And Insiders, which is 10% off, it starts on April 8th. And through April 4th through the 14th, the Sephora collection is 30% off. So it's a great time to save on a few of these items I'm going to share with you. If you're a Rouge member, then, I would definitely shop this sale, but for some of these higher end luxury makeup brands, it's not really that great of a deal for 15% off or 10% off. A lot of these, makeup companies and brands are having big sales right now. Like Color Wow, I'll go over my hair care. What did I do with it? So Color Wow right now, they have 25% off pretty much everything on their website. And Color Wow, they always have sales and product deals. If you sign up for their email, you'll get those emails, but I will tell you that they do spam you. I get like 5 emails a day from Color Wow, and it's quite annoying. But I love their hair care and what it does for my hair. And I'm going to show you my favorite products, which there is one back here I want to grab really quick before I forget. So I'm so sorry. So let's go over complexion products first. Now, I have to tell you, I have a hair that's sticking to my... Okay, I removed that hair. I apologize for that. I wanted this video to go straight through. Okay, so first let's start off with complexion. Now, I have 2 primers that I absolutely love. One I love more so than the other. My absolute favorite makeup primer that is new to the market is the CL Prime and Protect SPF 30. This is such a gorgeous makeup primer. This is what I have been looking for in a makeup primer. It smooths out the texture, it blurs out your pores, it fills in the fine lines and wrinkles. It helps your foundation and your makeup last all day without drying out your skin, mattifying it down too much. It's just gorgeous all the way around. And I love that it has that SPF 30 mineral protection. This works with all of my foundations, not just the CL skin tint. It is gorgeous, and I highly recommend that you check this out. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I love this so much that I don't even really care anymore for the Cali Ray. This is the So Blown Away makeup primer. This is great if you have oily skin and a lot of large pores, but I still prefer the CL. Now, when you put the CL on, it does have sort of a slight tint, but it doesn't change the appearance of your skin. It feels hydrating, and I have an oily T-zone, and it keeps my oily T-zone so beautifully under control, where this one can sometimes dry out my skin, just so you know. But CL over the Cali Ray, so good. So that is for my makeup primers. Now, as I'm doing this video, I'm gonna probably get these out of sight because I have so many products on my countertop right now. So Nordstrom's is actually having their beauty event right now, and pretty much everything beauty-wise is on sale for 15% off. Now, Guerlain just released a new foundation. It's called the Terracotta Latent Glow. And they have another foundation, which is called the Healthy Glow Foundation, which is more of a matte or satin matte finish. I picked this up from Nordstrom because it doesn't seem like it's going to be at Sephora here in the US before the savings event. I've checked their website every single day, so I went ahead and picked this up from Nordstrom. This is in the shade 2.5N. It is what I'm wearing today, and it is absolutely stunning. This is my new favorite foundation. It's just so gorgeous. It is a medium coverage foundation, but you could still see some of your, natural skin underneath. I love how this grips to my skin. I don't have any issues with it not gripping on my nose. It's so easy to apply and blend out. It's hydrating. It feels really hydrating. And it gives your skin this beautiful, radiant glow without it being too luminous and emphasizing texture. It is stunning. Now, there is a fragrance in this foundation. It is very light. It's so much lighter than the Dior fragrance. And I do not mind this whatsoever, but if you're looking for a beautiful, glowing foundation that makes your skin look healthy without it being too dewy or too luminous, this is your foundation. My mature friends out there, I highly recommend that you check out this foundation. If you don't mind fragrance in your foundation, check this out. Now, there's an interesting fact that I found out about why these luxury makeup brands put fragrance in their foundations, in their products. It's so that no other company can copy the formula in case they want to patent the formulation. So very interesting there. So this is my new #1 foundation. Hopefully this will make it to the Sephora sale, but if not, Nordstrom's does have this on sale for 15% off right now, and I highly recommend looking into it. It is stunning. I want to try the original Healthy Glow foundation as well. So I love this so much. I did order another shade for the Nordstrom sale. I ordered 3N. So 2.5N is a good color for me, like my winter spring, but I wanted a summer shade because I love it that much. Now I am wearing powder, but you can just still see some of this natural radiance in my skin. It looks like my skin. And another thing about this foundation is the longer you have it on, the better it looks on your skin. It has not settled into my fine lines and wrinkles. It's not enhancing the texture on my skin. Today I am wearing it with the CL primer, and it's gorgeous. The CL primer did take down some of the radiance, but you could still see some of that healthy glow in my skin. But this foundation, oh my gosh, I am head over heels in love with it. My second favorite foundation is actually going to be the Dior Forever Skin Perfect foundation stick. I have the shade 2.5N. This is a gorgeous foundation. I love it's quick and easy to apply to the skin. You can build it up, but not too much, because if you build it up too much, it will give you more of that radiant, luminous finish. But it lasts for a while on the skin. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out is that this is transfer proof too, by the way. And it is long wearing as well. The Dior foundations are long wearing too, that I'm going to point out here. But this is my second favorite just because I love how beautiful this makes my complexion look. Now, this does have a strong fragrance in it. It is so strong. And during allergy season, it does make my eyes water, especially if I get it too close to my eyes. So I do not use this as my concealer as well, like they say that you can, around my eyes, because it just really makes my eyes water. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, I would avoid the Dior foundations altogether, because their fragrance in their products are pretty strong and it does linger. Sometimes I feel like when I wear these foundations from Dior that I do not need to wear a fragrance separately. That's how strong they are. Now, some people say it's light, some people say it's strong. I feel it is very strong, but the formula is absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you have oily skin, I think that this would be an issue for you in the summertime, because this is very it's hydrating and moisturizing, and I think that you would be an oily mess with this foundation. Now, of course, you can apply some makeup primers and powder it really well to help mitigate it, but it is really, really pretty. Now, I love Westman Atelier's Vital Skin foundation stick too, but the problem with that foundation stick is I can't find the right color for me. It just looks way too off. It's either too light or too dark. There's a new foundation stick on the market, and it's by Bosma. I'm gonna put it up here. And a lot of people have been raving about this formula, and I'm definitely going to put it on my list, but I don't know if I want to pick it up just now, because I do have a lot of foundations that I need to work through. And I want to get through these before, and like I said, I am really loving the Guerlain Terracotta Le Tint Glow. Now, the thing about with these foundation sticks is they are a concentrated formula, so you don't need that much, and they do last a while. What's nice about having a foundation stick and a formula that you love is, we are coming upon the travel season of summer. They're very easy to travel with, and this one is gorgeous. Now, my third favorite foundation, and they call this a skin tint, and this is the CL Tint and Protect SPF 50. This is a gorgeous skin tint that has an SPF of 50 and it's mineral protection. I really love this on the skin. It is gorgeous. It's going to be a great summer foundation for me when I'm spending more time outdoors. Now, this actually has a little bit more coverage than your typical skin tint, so just be mindful of that. To me, it seems more like a foundation, but it is absolutely stunning on the skin. And CL has done such a beautiful job at formulating makeup products with a mineral SPF, because usually when you formulate makeup products with an SPF, the formulas can be really thick and heavy. really dewy and greasy on the skin, or they could be the complete opposite. They can be like sort of drier feeling if they're with a chemical sunscreen, but this is gorgeous. I have the shade light medium here, and in the summertime and right now, this light medium shade is actually too light for me. I have to doctor it up, and what I have in my cart is I have the shade medium along with a darker concealer shade, and I will show you guys my cart of what's in there, and I'll go over that. And like I said, for today's makeup look, I'll point out the products I'm wearing as we go along. Now, my other favorite tried and true foundation is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have the shade 5.9 here, which is just a tad bit too light for me. This is a great foundation for everyone, and so is the Ciel Tint and Protect. So I love Armani Luminous Silk Foundation because everyone can wear it. It's not like don't let the name scare you. It's not really luminous. It's kind of, on me, it's more of that satin radiant finish, kind of like what the Latent Glow from Guerlain is, but this one seems to be a little bit more matte on the skin. This is a lighter coverage foundation. I would say that this is definitely on the lighter side versus medium. However, you can build it, and it's just always such a gorgeous foundation on the skin. This one does dry down pretty fast, so you have to work with it pretty fast, just so you know, but still always a favorite. Now, with the Dior Forever Hydra Nude Foundation, I'm in the shade 2.5N with this, and I think that the Dior 2.5N in both their Hydra Nude Foundation and in their foundation stick is actually going to be good for me going into summer. I think this is just a tad bit too dark for me, and I find that these do slightly oxidize on my skin. So this is a beautiful foundation. This is definitely more glowy on my skin versus the Guerlain. And I do have to powder this one quite a bit. It seems funny to me because I thought that I would get more oily with the, in my T-zone with the foundation stick, but I actually get more oily with the Hydra Nude. Now, this and their foundation stick is quite similar in how it appears on the skin, but I find that this one is more glowy. This is kind of like a gel formula. This is kind of like a serum formula. I would say I do like this, but the fragrance is too strong in this. It's really, really pretty. If I had to choose between these two, I would recommend the Guerlain Terracotta Latent Glow over this one. This one I find does look good on the skin, but it does enhance my pores just a tad bit more. And I like this better when I wear it with the Ciel Protect and Prime makeup primer. It just really makes me love this foundation more so than what I did before. So this is a great foundation, but again, if you are sensitive to fragrance, I would avoid the Dior foundations. Okay, so next we're gonna go into color correctors. So my favorite color correctors right now are the Huda Beauty. These are the Faux Filter Corrector. My absolute favorite is Cherry Blossom. I love Cherry Blossom. This is beautiful when I wear my pinks and my purple, my mauves, my berry eyeshadows. I love how this gives a pink hue to my under eyes. I also use this as an eyeshadow primer too when I wear those type of eyeshadows. And then I have Pink Pomelo. Today I'm wearing Pink Pomelo. Now when I have the dark under eye circles, this works better, but I love to wear this with my peachy eyeshadows like I have my peachy eyeshadows on today. These are beautiful. I love it's a very light formula, blends into the skin without settling into the fine lines and wrinkles. And all my concealers work with this. Now I've tried the Cali Rig Hideaway color correctors and eye brighteners before, and I just did not like that formula. It was just way too light, and I feel like it didn't do much for me. Now for concealer, my favorite concealer right now is the Colfie concealer. I have the color in Cocoa Crush, I think. Let me see. Everything's so tiny. Now, Colfie is such a beautiful brand. I have a couple of their other products here that I want to go over. So this is Cocoa Crush, and this is called Main Match Concealer. Oh my goodness, I love this concealer. It is so good. I'm wearing it today over the Peach Pomelo. I did put a little bit on my nose. It matches perfectly with all my other foundations that I have, except for the CL. But beautiful. If you have mature skin, you're looking for something that's hydrating under the eyes, that's not going to settle in your fine lines and wrinkles. Colfie is such a beautiful makeup brand. I can't wait to see what more they come out with, but highly recommend looking into this. If they come out with a skin tint, I'm definitely picking it up. Now they do have some cream blushes that look interesting. Their eyeshadows, I'm not really into because they're super, super sparkly and it's just not my thing, but I love this concealer. It's so, so good. I have a couple of you out there who use the Neovis Silk Sheer 2.0 SPF. That's the one that has that peachy tint and that photo finish. I have a lot of you that really love to use the Colfie concealer with that SPF, and that's just all that you use. Now, my other formula of concealers that I have been loving is the Faux Filter Concealers by Huda Beauty. I have Coconut Flakes, and I think this one is Sugar Biscuit. So Coconut Flakes is a bit too light, but I do use it underneath my eyes for some brightening, but I do mix in some of the Sugar Biscuit. But I love this concealer formula. It is sort of like a luminous matte, but it's not too luminous. It covers well. It doesn't go into my lines. It's just a really beautiful concealer as well. So that's concealer. Now let's go into contour, okay? Oh, my other favorite concealer actually is the CL. So this is their Conceal and Protect. This is an SPF 50. Now, this is a full coverage concealer. This has more coverage than their skin tint. I have the shade here, 4P, which I did not see this on Sephora's website. So I have this in my cart, and I believe I'm picking up 5N to match the medium. This one is just a little bit too light. This is really thick and creamy. So if you have those stubborn spots like acne spots or scarring that you're trying to cover up, this works great. For under the eyes though, when you apply this under the eyes, do not put this straight underneath your eyes. Take your concealer, take this, put it on your hand, take your concealer brush and blend it into your hand and then apply it to your under eyes. If you apply this straight to the skin, it's going to be too thick and heavy and you're not going to like it, and then it looks really dry underneath the eyes. But I love this concealer too. Love that it has that SPF 50 in it. So great for the summertime. Now for contouring, so I have actually a few contours here that I want to go over that I love. So I have my absolute favorite that I love right now is actually the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Contour Sticks. I have the shade Tan, which is number 2, and this is more like a bronzer, and I do like to use this on my cheeks and on my forehead and on my nose. And then I have the shade 3, which is medium, and this is a cooler tone. And this is a true contour right here. This is perfect for when I really want that sculpted chisel look on my cheeks and on my jawline. I really, really love this. I love the formula. It's, even if you put too much on, it's so easy to blend out into the skin. Looks gorgeous. Has that fragrance though, which I'm not a fan of, but I love, this is my favorite contour stick. So beautiful. My second favorite contour stick that I love is actually by Westman Atelier. This is in the shade Truffle. So this is a bit too dark for me right now. I should probably use Biscuit, and I may pick up a mini Biscuit. But Westman Atelier just released their powder duos. So I'll put a picture of it right here. Now it's on Sephora's website, but it's not available yet. And hopefully it'll be available for the sale, because I want to pick up Petal and Biscuit. It looks so pretty. I did see a video by this creator. I think her name is Genevieve. She's gorgeous, and she did the blush duos and the two of the Sculpt and blush duos. She did the Petal and Biscuit, and then she did Truffle and Tulle, and they both look so beautiful. I'm tempted to pick up both of them. I'm going to pick up one for now, probably Petal and Biscuit, see how I like the formula. People are loving it, and then we'll go from there. But Westman Atelier is such a beautiful brand. I have a couple of their products here that I really, really love, and it's a great time to stock up on Westman Atelier and try some of their makeup if you've never tried it before. I do have their new bronzing drops, and I did use these for my bronze and contour today. So I have it on my forehead, all around the perimeter of my face, but I did some extra sculpting underneath my cheeks and on my nose. And I just really love these bronzing drops. They're so gorgeous. They're a matte formula. They blend into the skin beautifully. They're not too luminous. They work with all of my foundations. Just, I don't like the packaging of these. I wish it was in a pump so it was less messy, and it would probably last longer as well. So this is really messy. You get a lot of mess on the tip and the applicator and in the cap, because every time I shake it, some comes out. So it is a little bit wasteful. And the other thing I don't like about these is that they only have a 6-month lifespan from when you open them. So just be mindful of that. Beautiful formula. I have the shade 3, I believe, is what I picked up. I have Soleil Parfait number 3. So you do, whoops, you do have to shake these really well, just so you know. So if you have any of their other liquid products, it's the same thing. But these are gorgeous. They're worth every penny. They're very pricey, but I love, love, love them. And with those, I don't apply directly to the skin. I actually apply them to my hand, and I take a brush and I dip my brush in there, and that's how I apply it. Because when you apply them directly to the skin and you have your foundation on, if you put a dot there and if you don't blend it out right away, that dot will still stay there on your skin, and then next thing you know, you look like you have a dark spot from sun damage. So another sculpting stick that I love, so this is a sculpting stick / bronzer, and that is the CL Sculpt and Protect SPF 30. So this to me is more like a bronzer than a sculpting stick. I have the shade medium. I keep the cap that comes on it on the top just to keep it safe. But here is medium. As you can see, it's more of a warm shade. So if you're looking for something that is a matte cream bronzer, this is gorgeous. And it has the SPF 30 in it in the form of mineral protection, which is great. Now, the one thing I don't like about this is the packaging. This is like, it feels very cheap, and it is very cheaply made, because every time I put up my stick, it doesn't go back down. So I have to always press it down, and I don't like that. So I do keep the little cap that comes on it just to keep it protected and from drying out. And then here is the cap. So another gorgeous sculpting stick that I love. Another liquid bronzer that I love is the Bronze and Protect from CL. I have the shade 01, which is sort of like a medium, but it's called Bronze 01. This is really luminous on the skin. This is great for like when you're wearing like a matte foundation and you want to add some bronze and radiance to it, and you want to get the benefits of an SPF, mineral SPF. I love this formula too. This is a thicker formulation than the Westman Atelier bronzing drops. The Westman Atelier bronzing drops are a little bit thinner. Now, both of these you can use to deepen your foundation if you have a foundation that's a little bit too light. I have tried deepening my CL skin tint with these, and it works really well, but however, since these are pretty luminous, it makes that skin tint look really luminous on my skin, and it enhances my pores. Even with the makeup primer, it's just a little bit too luminous for me. So that doesn't work out for me. I haven't tried it with the Westman Atelier bronzing drops yet, but I will soon. But this is a gorgeous liquid bronzer if you're looking for something that has a little bit more pigment than the Makeup by Mario skin enhancing, I think it's the sculpting fluid. And you wanted something that has that extra mineral SPF protection in it. But I love this formula too. It's gorgeous. Now, for like sort of a bronzer, and that's where you go in with your liquid blush that is sort of a color that is a bronzer, but then it can also be used as a blush too. I love the Huda Beauty blush filters. I have Coco Loco and Latte. So these both work beautifully for my skin tone. I love both of them. Don't be afraid of them. You can just apply a light layer of these, and they're easy to work with. So these are both really, really beautiful for a bronzer. Now for powder bronzers, I have two really, but three here. Two I have in two different shades, and then I have my one. So this is the a matte bronzer from YSL. This is the All Hours Hyper Bronze, and I have the shade 3, which I think is called Medina. So I originally picked this up on the recommendation of a friend and a couple of the makeup channels out here, and I picked it up in the shade 2, which I think was called Dune, and it was way too light for me. Like it wouldn't even show up on my skin. It's more, I guess, of one of those nude bronzers. So I returned it, and then I was like obsessing over it because everyone just loves this formula. I went and picked up the shade 3, which is Medina, and it's darker and more of what I was looking for. I was looking for a really good matte bronzer, nothing that has any shimmer or sparkles in it for the summertime. And when I wear my luminous foundations, I like to use a matte bronzer versus a luminous bronzer. This is a gorgeous bronzer. Now, right now, this is 15% off at Nordstrom's. YSL, I don't think they ever have a sale, but if you're a Rouge member for the Sephora Savings event, you'll get 20% off this, and I would definitely recommend it. It is beautiful. You just have to find your right shade. Now, these nude bronzers are trending right now. Dior just released their nude bronzers. The shade range isn't very good, and Sephora carries some of those bronzers, but they're not the ones that you can get at Dior. They're a different shade range. It's just the strangest thing what some of these luxury makeup brands do. So I love this bronzer. I think it's beautiful. The packaging is gorgeous. It looks like a YSL purse, and this packaging is pretty sturdy too. I love it. They're releasing some new highlighters that look pretty gorgeous. But the YSL powder products I have been really impressed with. I have quite a few of their new blushes. Yeah, I know. So my other two favorite bronzers are the Armani Luminous Silk bronzing powder. So I have two shades. I have the shade 100 and I have 110. So these are a beautiful formulation. These have a slight shimmer in them, but they look like they give your skin this really healthy, beautiful glow. I love to wear these when I have my matte foundations on, when I use like my Neovis Silk Sheer 2.0 sunscreen, and I also like to use the CL bronzing drops with that sunscreen too. But if it's in the summertime, sometimes I like to go for more of a powder. Beautiful, beautiful bronzers. These are just so gorgeous. So this is the shade 100, and this is more like my winter shade. And then I have the shade 110, which is my summer shade. So there's the difference in the two. Gorgeous packaging. I love the big mirror. I haven't even taken off the plastic because I could still see pretty good with this. So these will last you for a very long time, and I absolutely love these. So that is it for bronzers. And so now let's go into powders, and then we'll go into blush. So these are my favorite powders that I love in my collection right now. So when I need some heavy duty setting powder, I love the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powders. I have the shade Cherry Blossom here, which this will work all over my skin. Like if my foundation is too dark, I like to go in with the Cherry Blossom all over because it helps lighten it. But mainly I love to use this underneath my eyes. And then of course I do have the Ube Birthday Cake. I love this. For me, I love this powder. There's mixed reviews on this, but I mean, it's not going to necessarily make your eyes look too rosy. If you apply too much, then yes, it will. But I love to create this for that rosy under eye look, and I love how this brightens my under eyes. And what you can do to lessen the rosy appearance of this, and you want it for more of that like extra double duty of brightening, you can layer your favorite shade of your Easy Bake powder with it. So you would put your favorite shade on first, and then you would put this on top for some really good extra brightening. And what I love about this is if you have a foundation or a concealer that is too yellow, since this is a lilac shade, you know, purple, it'll cancel out that yellowness. So I love that. That's extra duty. They have these cute little mini ones here too. So this is a like an all over shade for me. This is Pound Cake. And then I have Peach Pie for when I want a little bit more of that peachiness underneath my eyes. And I got the smaller ones of those to take along. My other favorite powder. This is what I'm wearing today. I have the Makeup by Mario. This is the Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder. I love this. I love this powder. This is like my #1 powder. I have 2 shades. I have one Fair Pink, which I use underneath my eyes, right in here in this area to help brighten and set. And then I have #3 Neutral Peach, and I have this all over my face. This really blurs out the skin. It's not heavy duty like the Huda powder. So if you have dry skin, I would recommend these powders. If you have mature skin, I would recommend these powders. But they are absolutely gorgeous. I love these powders. Makeup by Mario did an outstanding job when he created those. Then we have the CL Filter and Protect. Yeah, Filter and Protect SPF 30 powders. I have 2 shades. I have shade 2, which is light, and I have shade medium, shade 1, which is light, and shade 2, which is medium. And then they have, I believe it is a deep shade. So originally I started out with the shade light, and it was actually too light for me. So I love to use this underneath my eyes and on my eyelids to set and to reapply my SPF. And I have medium for the rest of my face. I love these powders. I think they're great. I love these for that sun protection factor. And they do a beautiful job at setting my makeup and not making it look cakey. Now, I love to apply these with a light hand with a brush versus a powder puff. When you apply it with a powder puff, it's not as blurring and they can be a bit cakey, but I still love them. I think they're beautiful. So, all right, so now let's go into blush. All right, so my favorite liquid blushes are the Huda Beauty. These are the blush filters. And now I already showed you two shades, which were Coco Loco and Latte. And those are more like, those are bronzers. So you can use those as a blush. You can use it as a blush and bronzer. I've seen some people sculpt with those as well. But I love these liquid blushes. They're just so beautiful. They blend out beautifully. They last, they look beautiful on the cheeks. They blur out the skin where you apply them. They're very easy to apply. They're buildable. Now, I recently picked up the 3 new shades from the collection, and these 2 are intense, and this one is light. So today I am wearing, this is called Sunset Lychee. I did a little bit of this on my cheeks to go with my peachy eye makeup. Now, this is a really, really pretty blush. It's a really pretty peach, and I love it. This one I do have to be careful with and not apply too much because the color is intense for my skin tone, but I love this color. It is so beautiful. This one is called Intense Guava, and it's very intense. Now, this one is a bit, it's not really for me. I haven't tried mixing this yet, and I will do that because what's the beauty about these blush filters is you can mix them together to create your own custom look, and it's very, very easy to do that. Now, Bubblegum Pink is really, really pretty. Now, this is a cool pink, but it's not as cool as, say, the Armani Luminous Silk Bold Pink. This is more of that really cool pink with a white base, where this one, it's a cool pink, but it's not too cool. It's really, really pretty. This is called Bubblegum. So this one, I'm out on the fence. I don't know if I can make this work for me, but I'll report back. But these 2, gorgeous, love. And then my other 3 that I love are Ube Cream, which this is still marked as a limited edition color, just so you know. I love this. This is really pretty paired with Bubblegum. It's also really pretty paired with Cotton Candy. So Cotton Candy is what I have been wearing all week. This is my absolute favorite. This is just a really pretty warm pink. It's not too cool, and it's just a gorgeous shade. I really, really love it. And then we have Strawberry Cream, which is another favorite. This is a little bit deeper. These are really pretty paired together. You can mix and match. But there's so many different things that you can do with these, but I love these. These are my favorite. These are my absolute favorite blushes, okay? So I love those. I do still love the Armani Luminous Silk cheek tints. These are very user-friendly. They're not as pigmented as a lot of the other liquid blushes out there. They look beautiful on the skin. They have that a little bit of luminosity, and they do blur. These are quite pricey compared to the Huda Beauty blush filters. Now, if I had to pick one, it would be the Huda Beauty blush filters, and I haven't reached for these since the blush filters have come into my life. But the 3 colors that I do have, I have this one is 50.5, which is a rosy peach, so pretty in the summertime. And then I have this one, which is, oh, I can't see it. So a lot of these luxury makeup brands, they don't put the actual color, they just put the number. So this is 53, which is bold pink. And then I have 62, which I believe is called Delicate Mauve. Love these. These are really pretty when you mix them together as well. They're so pretty too. Love those. And then my last favorite of the liquid blushes would be the CL. This is the Blush and Protect. These have an SPF 50. The 2 colors that I have are January, which is that sort of, it's a warm pink. Some people, this looks cool. On me, it looks warm. And then I have Bahati, which is sort of like a rosy nude color on me. Both really, really pretty. I wish that they would expand their blush collection because these are the only two that stand out to me for my skin. So there's those. And then my favorite cream blush of all time is actually the Westman Atelier. I love the shade Petal. So this is my favorite cream blush. I forgot to mention that I do still love my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beauty Wands. And I have my... I thought I had my, I do love her beauty wands. So I love the contours. Now she just expanded this collection, and I love the matte, the Pillow Talk matte beauty wands. I love Pillow Talk, and I love Pink Pop. So there's those. Now, for powder blushes, I only have one favorite powder blush right now. And I have like both formulas. Okay, so I went a little out of control here with the new YSL blushes. So these are called Make Me Blush. Now I have I have 6 shades of these now. So I first started off with number 44, which is called Nude Lavalier or Nude Lavalier. And this is a beautiful, like, sort of like, I want to say like a mauve shade with a really gorgeous shimmer in it. This is like the most popular one, and I could see why. Now the shimmer formulas of these are so beautiful. These are a beautiful shimmer formula that doesn't enhance the texture if you have large pores. But of course, like any blush that has a shimmer in it, if you put it, you know, a little bit closer in where we all pretty much have a little bit larger pores, you will see a little bit of enhancing, but not on the cheeks. It hasn't enhanced any texture that I have in my skin. So I love this shade. I love these blushes to apply over the top of my liquid blushes to set them and to last a little bit longer. And some of the more matte liquid blushes, the shimmer formulas are really pretty to apply on top. Now, when I use the shimmer formulas, such as the Nude Lavalier, which is number 44, and then I have 42, which is Baby Doll Pink. So this is a really pretty cool pink. This one looks really pretty over the Ube Cream Huda Beauty blush filter. If you're looking for a powder blush that matches this looks really, really pretty over the top of that. Nude Lavalier, I love to wear over, actually cotton candy, by the way. So the shimmer formulas in these, and the last shimmer formula I have is Restless Rose, which this is that rosy peach color, and it has sort of that like a gold shimmer in it. This is almost comparable to the NARS Orgasm formula, but much better in my opinion. And I do have an Armani blush here. This is the shade 50. I think it's called Euphoria. That is a similar shade, but the Armani has more gold shimmer in it, and it's less pigmented. But this one is so much better than this Armani one. But this looks better on the cheeks versus NARS Orgasm. I was never really a fan of NARS Orgasm because it just really enhanced the texture. Now, what I'm wearing today over my Sunset Lychee Huda Beauty blush filter is I am wearing Rose Haze, which is number 6. This was just released at Sephora. So if you have fair skin, you will love this color, but I love this on its own. It's a very beautiful blush shade. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit more blush to my cheeks. So I love the BK Beauty. This is the 107 brush to apply these, and I just dab this brush in here. This is a little bit more of a firmer brush, and it picks up the blush really beautifully. Natural hair brushes do work really well with these. I don't have any natural hair blush brushes, but I do have a couple of BK Beauty brushes that I like to use. So this is one of them. So I picked up the color, and I'm just going to dab this on my cheeks a little bit more because I feel like I can use a little bit more blush. So this is a matte formula, and it's a beautiful matte formula. It blurs out the skin and it looks really, really pretty. But this color, I would say, is comparable to one of the Patrick Ta blushes that I have, which is called Not Too Much. So if you have the Patrick Ta blush and Not Too Much, then you don't need this. And I didn't think about that, but I haven't used my Patrick Ta products for a little bit because I'm just kind of really not happy with the direction his brand is going. It doesn't resonate with me anymore like how it used to. So I'm kind of like decluttering my Patrick Ta stuff, and that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get into it. So for me, Rose Haze, I have to build it up to really see it on my skin, and I'm in a light medium skin right now. In the summertime, I'd be curious to see what this is going to look like, but I do love this for when I just want to mute down my peachy blushes, and it's beautiful on its own too. I did wear this over the Cotton Candy Huda Beauty blush filter, and it was really, really pretty over that too. So that's really pretty. So this is new. I wanted to pick it up to see how it looked before the Sephora sale, because I was pretty sure that this color was going to sell out beforehand, because a lot of people have been waiting for this, because YSL, when they did these blush releases, they released like pretty much all the lighter shades outside of the US, and they're slowly starting to trickle down, by the way. Now, if you're not a Rouge member and you're, if you want to get these, I will tell you that the Nordstrom sale right now that's going on, the YSL blushes are not part of that sale. But if you're a VIB, you'll get 15% off at Sephora, or you can get the 10% off if you're an insider. Now, the other two colors I have here are their other two mattes. I don't have the very pink one, which is called Pink Voltage. I'm not going to pick that up because it doesn't look that great on my skin. But I have Berry Bang, which is number, I think it's 54. So my client gave this to me because at first when I tried these blushes, I was like, what's so special about it? I didn't see anything because I didn't have the right brush to apply them with. And so she picked this up for me because she thought the color would look gorgeous on me, and she loves it. It's her favorite color, and she's similar skin tone as I am. So she picked this one up for me, and it is really pretty. This is really pretty mixed with the baby doll pink one. And then this one I picked up, like, I think, I want to say maybe like 3 weeks ago. And this is Peachy Nude, which is also really, really pretty. If you're looking for something that's peachy but darker than Rose Haze, if you are like my skin tone or your medium tan skin tone, then I would go with Peachy Nude. It's really, really pretty, and it's also really pretty over the Sunset Lychee blush filter from Huda Beauty. So as you can see, I went a little crazy with these YSL blushes, but they are so, so beautiful. I really, really love these blushes so, so much. And they last, they look beautiful on the cheeks. I get so many compliments when I wear these. Everybody always asks me, you know, no matter which one, what blush I'm wearing. Now, there's been so many blushes releasing since we hit 2025 that it's just mind-boggling, like how much more blush do we need to be released? And there's gonna be a lot more that are coming in the coming days. So like Tower 28 just released their blushes. Now those are a setting blurring blush. So I would say, like, if these are out of your price range, I would look into the new Tower 28 blushes if you're looking for a matte formula. Rare Beauty just released their blushes as well. I'm not sure about that formula. There was another one that I was trying to think of, but I can't think of it. I'm so sorry. But the YSL ones, I love them. They are definitely a splurge. They're luxury, but they blend out so beautiful and they look so beautiful on the skin. I love them so much. Now, for a highlighter, I have been gravitating towards the CL. This is their Glow and Protect. This is an SPF 30. I have the shade Piper, which is sort of like a rose gold. I don't have any highlighter on today. I can put some of this on for you, but this is really, really pretty. To a little bit of this goes a long way, but it's great for when you're looking for a really pretty highlighter that just looks really natural and healthy on the skin without it being too shimmery. It looks like your skin is what I like about this. And since it has that SPF 50 in it, the extra SPF 50 is perfect for the summertime and protecting those high points of the face. Now, for brow products, I'm still loving the Anastasia or ABH volumizing brow gels. I have two. I have a soft brown and I have taupe. Taupe is like my everyday. Soft brown is my when I need a little bit more of a dramatic brow. Now, I do love these. The one thing I would have to say is that these aren't like a quick and go brow product. You really have to pay attention to when you are applying these to your brows because they are very, very pigmented, but I do love them. They've become my favorite brow product. So, mascara. So, as you guys all know, I have been loving the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water tubing mascara. This has been my favorite mascara for over a year. I still love it. However, we have a new one. So I love tubing mascaras because I have hooded eyes, and with hooded eyes, you know, your lashes will touch your hoods and you'll get smudging, or sometimes like when I blink, because my lashes are long, other mascaras, I'll get the smudging underneath my eyes. I just love that the tubing mascara, it doesn't flake. It stays where I put it. It doesn't smudge. And if you get it on your skin, it's very easy to take off. It's very easy to remove at night. You just need warm water, and then you can work it into your lashes and you won't get those raccoon eyes. So I love this mascara. You know, I have backups of this. This is my new tube that I just opened, I think like almost 3 weeks ago, but it has just a, you know, bristle pipe cleaner brush here. But I love this one because it lifts, it lengthens, and it volumizes my lashes. Now, I saw that Kulfi was releasing a tubing mascara. So I put this on, I signed up for the wait list for when this was going to be released. This is called Bad Lash Mascara. I wish both of these came in brown, but they don't. They only come in black. So I am wearing this mascara today, and I love it more than the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water. Now this is more of a volumizing tubing mascara. This one, like, I don't need to apply as many coats of this one versus the Cali Ray. This just gives me that instant volume. It doesn't really do much for the length, but this is volumizing. And the brush is one of those silicone wands, and it has the fine tooth combs, but it's soft, but it's soft, but it's not too soft and flexible. But it has this ball tip at the end to make it easy for you to get to those inner lashes, or the lashes that you have difficulty getting to when you're using the full wand. And it's great for the bottom lashes too, if you like to apply mascara to your bottom lashes. I don't. I've always just felt like it looked weird on me, but Great find. It's only $24. I love it. So these are my two favorite mascaras. There are more tubing mascaras coming to the market, by the way, and I love seeing that. So now I have a new favorite liner for the waterline in my eyes, and this is by Urban Decay, and this is called Faux Dough. So this liner is approved for your in the waterline. It's waterproof, but it's just got this really pretty light peachy shimmer to it. It's not like too bright. It just really enhances the inner rim and brightens the eye so nice and gently, to where it's not like, hey, there you are, bright eyeliner. I can really see you. So this is really pretty. So they just released a bunch of liners that are more on the nude shades for your waterline. And this one, like I said, is called Faux Dough. And it has a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's called the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. And it's waterproof and long lasting. So I love this. It's so, so pretty. Now, I don't really wear eyeliners in my waterline too much, because the thing is that in our waterline, we have like these little pores, and it's how our eyes get moisture. And when you are wearing eyeliner in your waterline and in the inner corners, you have to be really careful. You have to make sure it is approved for the waterline, because if it's not, it can clog those, and then you're going to come down with dry eyes that you're going to need a medication for. Now, I already suffer from dry eyes, so I don't apply it that often. So this one works really great for my inner eyes. I was using the Sephora coconut one, which this is a really nice liner too. But there's something in this that causes my eyes to really tear, so I had to stop using it. And I'm so bummed about that, because, you know, it's more on the affordable side, especially with the Sephora sale. The Sephora products are going to be 30% off. Now, eyeshadows really quick. So here are my favorite eyeshadow palettes that I have been loving. And that are available from Sephora. So I have 3 Natasha Denona palettes. The one that I'm wearing today is actually her newest palette, which is the Bloom palette. So here is my eye look. You know, when this was first released, I didn't think it was going to be for me. And then when it arrived, I absolutely fell in love with it. If you love peaches, if you love corals, if you love peachy pinks, this is a great palette for you. It is on the warmer side. If you like Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk original palette, if you like her Pillow Talk Dreams palette, then you will love this Natasha Denona Bloom palette. The eyeshadow formula is like 10 times better than Charlotte Tilbury, but it is gorgeous. So I have been loving this. I think it is going to be gorgeous for spring and for summer. Another palette that I love year-round is actually the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette. This is gorgeous. So the I Need a Warm palette is more on the neutral side compared to the Bloom palette, as you can see it there. So very, very pretty palettes. These are my 2 favorite warmer palettes in my collection from Natasha Denona. The other one that I love, and this is actually a limited edition palette, but it is the Roxa or Rocha palette. Love this palette. It's just so pretty. If you love purples, if you love lilacs, then you will love this palette. This palette is so much prettier than the new Charlotte Tilbury Digital Lilac palette. Now, I did pick this up, and I'm quite disappointed with it. Now, this palette is $60 and this one is $69. But as you can see, it is almost a little bit similar If I had to pick one, it would definitely be the Natasha Denona Roxa palette versus this one. I don't like this Charlotte Tilbury palette. I mean, some of the colors are really pretty, but the formula isn't that great. It's not like typical Charlotte Tilbury, like in her luxury beauty palettes. This is definitely a different formula. It doesn't feel as good a quality. And I do find that the mattes, some of them are a bit patchy and everything, but the shimmers are pretty, but they're not as poppin' as a Natasha Denona shimmer. So this, I would say, is not worth the $60. It's quite disappointing. I wish I could return it, but I picked it up from Charlotte Tilbury direct and I used my loyalty points for it. And I wish I wouldn't have picked it up, honestly. So two Huda Beauty big palettes that are my favorites that are still available at Sephora. One is the Icy Nude. I love this palette. It is so gorgeous. This one for me, I'll wear it year round because it is more of a neutral palette. Now, I love this palette more than I Need a Nude from Natasha Denona because this has, you know, a little bit of mauves in it versus I Need a Nude is more of that gray, like taupey, and it has a few peaches in it, but I love this more. And I love the shimmers in this more so. And then my other favorite is Pretty Grunge. So this is still available, still a beautiful palette. I love this year round too, but I love it. Now the Huda Beauty eyeshadows, the formulations are better in her larger palettes versus her smaller palettes. Now the Icy Nude is said to be Huda Beauty's last large palette, but we'll see about that because I'm not so sure about that. Now, I have some of these are my favorite mini palettes from Natasha Denona here. These are $27, and these are great to get introduced to Natasha Denona's formula. But I have the mini Starlet here. This is a really pretty spring palette. Then I have the mini My Dream palette. This is so gorgeous, beautiful neutral palette. She has her new contour mini palette, which I might pick up and get rid of my Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 mattes. And then this is the My Mini Rose palette, which is I go to this one quite frequently as well. So these are all my favorite mini palettes. These are easy to travel with. So good. Now for lip products. Okay, so I do love the Huda Beauty faux filter or faux filler lip glosses. These aren't like your traditional lip gloss. These are not meant to be put on the lips full on. These are just to enhance the shape of your lips. I do love this one. I think it's called Sugar Baby. It's really pretty. I have the newest one, which is the Ooh Baby, which is that from the Ube birthday collection, and I don't really like that formula of that one. It just tastes odd, so that one I would avoid, but I do like her other ones. I think they're pretty. I think I have like 5 or 6 of these, but it's not like a true gloss where you apply it all over. You just apply a thin layer. Here, let me just do it. A thin layer. This is called She's Glitzy. This is from the Icy Nude collection, but you just apply a little bit here on the center of your lips, and it enhances your lips. One that I do, these two I like to apply all over because they're more pigmented, but you have to make sure that you don't apply these too far in and you don't apply too much, because if you do, they'll start gathering on the corners of your lips and look really stringy, so just be careful of that. So I do love those. I picked up the Colfi. This is the, I think it's called, oh gosh, why do they have to make everything so tiny? This is the Lassie Lip Staining Lip Oil. So I love this. I have the shade Rose, and I want to pick up another color. I'm not for sure which one I want. I was thinking like a peachy color. So this isn't like a traditional lip oil. This is meant to be a lip stain. So I apply a lip liner. My favorite one to use with this is actually the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk in medium. And then what I do is I apply this to my lips. Be very careful of how you apply this to your lips, because if you get it somewhere where you don't want, it's going to stain it. So when you apply this, it feels, you know, like nourishing, and it hugs the lips a little bit while it's working that stain into the lips. And then once that oil wears off, it stains your lips, and the stain lasts for a little while. And what I do is I love to take my Ole Henriksen lip balms and put over the top, or sometimes I'll take one of the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow lip plumping serums over the top, or sometimes I'll take this Buxom Clear plump shot and put over it. Really pretty. I love this. Definitely recommend checking this out. It's not like your traditional lip oils that, you know, leave a little bit of color and wear off in like 5 minutes. This actually leaves a stain behind, and it is nourishing on the lips too. Now, my favorite Buxom lip products, which I'm wearing this one today, which I think this is called Dolly Babe. This is their plump shots. So this is Dolly Babe. So this is a lip plumping serum, and this one has color to it, and they have several colors, and then they have the clear one, which could be like your nighttime treatment. Now, these are really, really nice. They're not sticky, and they do plump up the lips, but when you're first starting to use this, or if maybe your lips are a little bit sensitive, dry, dehydrated, you will feel the ingredient that they use in these to plump the lips, and it's spicy. But once you've been using them for a little bit, it's not as spicy, but these are beautiful. I love them. So there's those. And then some of the other favorite lip products that I have from Sephora, which you already seen one, which is the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Lip Plumping Serum. This is in the shade Rose Glow, which I love. Now, these Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatments, I love these. I have the shade Creme Brulee, Strawberry Sorbet, and then I have the Lindenberry Shimmer formula, which I love all three of these. I think they're beautiful. They're very hydrating. These are like my go-to for work, except for Creme Brulee I use at home, and these two are in my purse along with this. And I love those. Now, there's a couple of other brands that are popping out with their peptide lip treatments, which we have Paula's Choice, who just came out with one. So I want to pick up one of hers. Now, we have the Laneige Glazed Donut Lips, which I think I may try. I don't care for Laneige's like sleeping mask. They really dry out my lips. But I am curious about their new glazed lip collection, because they do have peptides in them too. So these ones will plump up your lips, but a lot of these lip companies, when they put the peptides in there, it's to deliver intense hydration to the lips. And then it results in them plumping. However, I don't see any like lasting benefits, but they feel good on the lips. These ones smell and taste good. And they're, you know, cheaper than a lot of the other lip treatments out there. So these have become a favorite. I just really, really love them. And that is it for this video. So yay, we made it. This is going to be a very, very long video. Again, I'm so sorry. Another Sephora product that I love is their Mini Daily Brush Cleaner Spray. I have a large one that I refill this one with. This is great for cleaning your eyeshadow brushes in between use. I just spray some on a tissue, and then I just wipe my brush in it pretty clean. It hasn't damaged any of my makeup brushes, even my rougher natural hair brushes. So this works really, really well. And I really hope that you found that this video was helpful and you got to see a majority of my makeup collection. I love makeup. I don't wear makeup because I have to. I wear makeup because I love makeup and I love to play with it. Now, I have recently gotten into Viseart. Now, Viseart is having a 30% off sale right now. However, a lot of their palettes are sold out, but Viseart has become my new favorite eyeshadow brand. So I would say Viseart's number 1, Natasha Denona's number 2, Huda Beauty is the number 3. So that's how it goes. But I just wanted to share that with you. Now, I'm sending you all so much love and light. And don't forget to leave me a comment. If you don't want to leave me a comment, leave me an emoji. Wait, I forgot hair care. Shoot. Still like this video. As you can see, I'm a bit rusty. It's been 3 weeks. So these are my absolute favorite hair products that I love to use in my hair and that have made such a profound difference in the health of my scalp, the texture of my hair, and the thickness, the shine, the manageability of it. So I use all Color Wow products except for my Bond Repair. Now, these are I've tried every single Color Wow product except for their latest release, which is their Texas Hold'em hairspray. I may pick that up in the future, but I don't really use hairspray in my hair. And by the way, I'm going to cut my hair. I'm going to probably take about 2 inches off of it. I feel like I need a change. I keep going a little bit shorter. So just keep an eye out for that. So I love the Color Wow Color Security Shampoo so much that I bought the liter size. I'm not for sure if this is available at Sephora, but check it out. So this shampoo has changed my scalp. I love it because it just focuses on cleansing your hair and your scalp. There's no fillers, there's no silicones in this. There's no ingredients to help thicken or, smooth out your hair, which leave residue and cause you to get an oily scalp, and it could clog hair follicles. So I love the shampoo. My husband loves it too. Now for conditioners, I really love their Color Security Conditioner. I have to get a new one. This is almost done. So this is for normal to thick color treated hair. Now, I don't have thick hair, but I have a lot of hair and my hair is medium texture. So I love this conditioner. This one feels more of like a hair mask for my hair. And since I have naturally curly hair, I need a lot of moisture in my hair, and this gives me really good moisture for my hair. They have I think a normal to fine hair formula, which is going to be a lot lighter than this. But I love this. This also has heat protection in it. I think 3 types of heat protection in it too, which is lovely. Pretty much all of Color Wow's products, I think all of their products, except for their shampoo, have heat protection in them, by the way. So this is really nice. This is actually more moisturizing than their money mask. Now, I love their money mask. It's a great treatment for my hair. This is like a very light gel formula. And I use this once a week in my hair. And sometimes I use this once a week in my hair. If my hair is feeling a little bit drier, I go for the Color Security Conditioner in normal to thick hair. If my hair isn't feeling like, too dry or damaged, then I'll go for Money Mask. Money Mask you can just use as your regular conditioner too. It doesn't have to be a hair mask. For my treatment product from them, this is the Dream Filter. I love this. I use this about every 3 to 5 shampoos to remove the minerals out of my hair. And this helps brighten my hair color and give my hair life. So this is a must for me. I've gone through so many of these. For my leave-in, I love Money Mist. I can't live without Money Mist. Now, you can use Money Mist to smooth out your hair if you wanted to. You don't have to buy the other products that I've used. I've used Money Mist just to blow out my hair before, and it worked great. I've used it just with this and their extra large. So extra large is their Bombshell Volumizer. I love this. I put this on my roots to give me some volume. You could put this all over your hair. But what I love about this, it's not like a traditional mousse. to where you still feel the residue in the hair. I don't feel any residue or stiffness with this in my hair, and I love what it does volume-wise. Now, for smoothing out my hair, I do Money Mist. And then I go in with their Dream Cocktail Kale Infused, and this is sort of like their bond repair, but you put this on the areas of your hair that you have breakage. So I focus it like around here, and then I focus it all on my ends, and a little bit of this goes a long way. Then I go in with their Dream Cocktail Coconut Infused, and this is for dry straw-like hair. And since I have curly hair and I'm going through perimenopause, you know, I was starting to notice that the texture of my hair was feeling a little bit dry. And since I have curly hair, it's really extra dry. So I started using this to smooth out my hair. I put this all over my hair, and I love this. It makes my hair feel so soft and silky. It gives me a beautiful blowout. This is day 2 hair, by the way. I had my hair up in a clip and I just took it down, and this is what it looked like from when I smoothed it out yesterday. But this makes my hair so soft and silky, and it looks and feels healthy, smooth, shiny, soft, silky. So this is my favorite. I prefer this over Dream Coat. Dream Coat, I just don't really use it. I don't like how I have to apply a ton of it. And I like that for more of like a smooth, sleek look, like if I was going to do the Dyson Air Straight. But I like body and, you know, bends in my hair, and I find that the Dream Cocktails work best. Now, these are both activated by heat, so if you don't heat style your hair, then you would want to avoid these. Then they have their Carb Infused. So if you have very fine hair, Carb Infused is great. It makes your hair like plump up, and it looks like you have really thick, luscious hair. Now for I love their Youth Juice. So this is their scalp supplement to help with hair loss, hair shedding, the aging of your scalp, dryness, conditions such as like dandruff. I love this. I use this every time I shampoo my hair, and it has made such a big difference in the health and the strength of my hair at the root. Now, when I wear my hair curly, I use their entire Curl Wow line shampoo, conditioner, pre-shampooing. This is their Floetry hair serum to add definition to the curls, and their Shook spray. So I love this. That's what I use in my hair. Now, if I feel like I want some texture when I put curls in my hair, or you know, when I'm on day 3 and I need a little bit more volume to my hair, I love their Style on Steroids. This is their texturizing spray. This to me is sometimes like my dry shampoo. I just spray it in at my roots where I need the volume, and then I blow dry my hair, and it looks like I have freshly washed hair. But this is also great to add some, you know, volume to your hair, and then also great to spray in your hair right before you do curls. It helps them last longer. I love their extra mystical shine spray. So if I want my hair to look really, you know, glassy and super shiny, I love this. It's not heavy. It doesn't weigh down the hair. It doesn't make it oily. Pop and Lock, I love. So I'm slowly transitioning out of using hair oil, because I do love the Virtue Labs. This is their healing hair oil. And I think I like this more for the scent versus what it does for my hair, because I usually put this on after I blow out my hair to help protect it from frizzing, but it doesn't really help with that. And I don't know if I'm going to repurchase this. I love the scent of this. It does give my hair shine, but I don't really notice any more true benefits from it. So I started picking up the Pop and Lock, and this has been my go-to for after I blow dry my hair. It really helps with frizz and humidity for me. So I take 1 pump. A little bit of this goes a long way. And at first, when you put this in your hair, it feels a little bit heavy. Once you work it in, it smooths out and tames down any frizziness, and then it becomes really light and fresh, and your hair looks so healthy. This helps lock in split ends. If you have flyaways, you can put this in those areas where you have flyaways too. So these are my absolute favorite Color Wow products for my hair. And these are the ones that I will continue to repurchase. And these are all available at Sephora and they are on sale. But always remember to check Color Wow too, to see what kind of sale that they're having. Like right now, like I said, they're having a 25% off sale, and pretty much most of everything is 25% off. If you're looking into getting into Color Wow, I do love that they sell the deluxe travel sizes, so you can try it before you buy it. But just give these products a chance. You just have to make sure you're using the right amount of product and you're using them properly. There's a channel out here. His name is Richard J. Rose. He puts out quite a few videos on how to use these products, but they're not just a TikTok hair brand. I just really love these products and what they've done for my hair. I just don't even feel like I have that perimenopause or menopause hair going on since I've introduced Color Wow into my hair care. And I think I've been using them for almost a year now and I haven't looked back. So now that is it for this video. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. I hope to be popping out a couple of videos in the coming days. Wish me luck. Send me some, positive vibes that I get a set work schedule and I'm not flying off the seat of my pants and being constant fight and flight of everything. So I will see you guys soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.